Alright, here we are. Up here salmon snagging. We've got the elusive snagging hook. As you can see, there's a little bit of flesh on there. Blood. And I don't know if you can see. There's some little red dots down there. Those are salmon. So we're going to try to snag some of these bad boys. Okay. I don't know if you can see this. I'm try to. Let's try one of these further back ones. They aren't dumb, I'll tell you that. Let's scoot over here a little bit. This is what they look like. This one just got caught. It's got one down there. They're not very big. They're just some little salmon. Little kokanee salmon. Got another one. Just yarding him out. He's doing good over here. This guy's pulling them out left and right. That's how we do it. I've already got my limit of 20. Got them cleaned and in the truck. Okay, we're in the kitchen now. And we're going to make up some smoker brine for some salmon that I caught. I'm starting with a quart of water here, and I'm going to add just a little over a quarter cup of salt. It's probably closer to a third cup of salt, and about the same amount of sugar, about a third cup of sugar. Then I'm going to take some garlic and just throw some garlic powder in there, I guess, not just garlic, and then some lemon pepper. I don't know, about a teaspoon or so. I don't know, not a whole lot. So I'm just going to mix this up until I get most of that salt and sugar dissolved. I ran out of teriyaki sauce. I usually put about a quarter cup to half a cup of teriyaki sauce, depending on the brand and the strength of the flavor. Usually the cheap brands I buy, just about a third of a cup of that stuff does pretty well for me. Okay, so that's pretty well ready now. So I'm going to throw some salmon in there, and I'll get back in a couple minutes here. Alright, we're back. We're going to throw these fish in the brine here. I made this brine just a little stronger than usual because I like to sometimes I let it sit in there for a couple days. Actually, a lot of people make their brine stronger than I do. I don't like my stuff really salty, but I'm gonna just do this batch for 24 hours. So normally I would do like a quarter cup of sugar, a quarter cup of salt. Sometimes I'll even throw in a little bit of brown sugar to give it an extra sweetness to it. As you can see, these things are really red. They're spawners and stuff. I'm going to put a couple clips of us snagging them. There's a river up north of us right next to the Canadian border where they spawn every fall. So I'm going to throw them on with the video and stuff. But so it's usually what I do is let them sit for a couple days in a little bit lighter brine. I just kind of prefer that flavor to permeate and not be as salty, but especially if I've got like a teriyaki sauce in there. But you know, you can flavor it to your liking, whatever you like. Some people like throw some peppers in there, a lot more pepper, Tabasco. Just depends on what you like. If you're gonna can these, I would suggest that you only smoke like one fish per jar that you can, because that smoke flavor really permeates. Maybe even just if you're going to smoke them all, just do a really light smoke on them. So, well, it looks like I'm going to have less room in my brine buckets here than I've got fish. This batch of fish was a little bit bigger than the ones we caught last weekend. I was able to get, I got 40 fish here. I was able to get 40 of them in these 2 containers last weekend. I might be able to squeeze them in. It's going to be a little tight though. Yeah. So I'm just going to cover these. Obviously the Folgers bucket here, I've got a lid for that, and then I'm just going to put saran wrap over this. And then later tonight I'll push these down again in here and make sure they're all covered good and they're soaking up that brine. Maybe do the same thing again in the morning. And then tomorrow evening I'll smoke them up and show you guys how I do that. I just got a really simple smoker, and it used to be a electric smoker, but now it's a wood-fired smoker because I blew up the electric element one day. So, alright, well, I'll get back when we fire up the smoker tomorrow night. Alright, here we are. Got my fire going in the old smoker. I'm gonna let those embers burn down. I'm gonna put these salmon here. Gonna throw these babies on the grill, on the smoker grill here, and we'll shut that fire down. I'll put some hardwoods on there, get her smoldering. Should be done in a couple hours here. I went ahead and rinsed these. I actually soaked these for an extra day or so. Alright, I just shut her down, put the top on her. Now I'm going to take some of these hardwood chunks and toss them in the hole here, and that's some alder. I use a lot of alder in my shop, so that's what we're going to use to smoke these fish with. So, alright, here we are. It's all done. Boy, these are well done. Some of these are almost a little overdone, but they should be good out there. Nice and firmed up now. Some of them are a little squishy, some of the bigger ones, but yeah, these guys down here are well done. So, alright, I hope that helps you guys if you decide to do some fish smoking. And over and out. Here's the Birch Bark Johnny.